Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And in today's video, we're going to look at Portico Quartet's newest album, which is called Art in the Age of Automation. So that's coming up. The first band that came to my mind when I listened to this band right here, Portico Quartet, was Radiohead. And ironically, when I scrolled down to the bio of this album, I saw that The Guardian, this British news outlet, actually said the exact same thing. Portico Quartet stake claims to territory occupied by Radiohead, Cinematic Orchestra, and Efterklang. So yeah. They're similar to these bands, just so you know. Art in the Automation is the band's fourth studio album release, and in general they blend together elements of ambient, electronic, and jazz music. This is one of those albums that you should put on after a really hard day's work. Just lay down in your bed, turn off the lights, put this on, and just stare aimlessly into the ceiling. That's at least what I would love to do. Most of the songs on this album roam around in a very vast space. The melodies are very simplistic, but they're often layered in a very interesting way. Any instrument or sound can come into the soundscape at any point and just take over the lead and lead the song into a completely different place. So in a way, this whole album actually feels very open-minded. It's very liberating. It almost sounds like one whole big jamming session or something. Most of the songs that you'll find on here seem to follow this formula of one melody or one bass line that is kind of tying the whole song together and making it very coherent. And otherwise, they seem to just take away and add different elements to the songs in a very gentle way. It's very ambient. And when it comes to the ambience of this album, there's a lot leaning more towards that ephemeral side of things. There's not a lot of hooks, there's no bangers on this album. That is not what you should expect when listening to this. There's really not much balance between the atmosphere and the hook, as you'll find on similar albums like Kid A by Radiohead. It's focusing more on building a strong atmosphere that kind of branches from one side to another. And I really don't have anything against that. That's just a different way of incorporating and creating music, and I feel like that gave me a lot. It was actually very deep and very relaxing and actually pretty novel to listen to, because they blend together so many different elements as well into this cake of an album. It's a lofty collection of tracks that would fit perfectly into maybe a movie soundtrack, maybe even a game soundtrack. So yeah, to be honest, like overall, I'm very happy about finding this album, because it is definitely something that I would love to put on again. Now, when it comes to the mood of this album, for the most part, it sounds very striving. It's quite dark. There's glimmers of positive sides here and there, but it's very mystic. It's leaning more towards the dark side of things. I was actually wondering, because of the very interesting album title, Art in the Age of Automation, I thought maybe this is a concept album, maybe this is an instrumental manifestation of some of the ideas of the band members, but it really wasn't. The keyboardist and saxophonist of the band, Jack Wiley, said this about the concept and the instruments that they used in the recordings. There wasn't so much a driving concept, but we did put boundaries around what we were doing. We felt like we had, to whatever extent, a sound that was pretty unique. That sound was partly made up by the mix of electronic and acoustic instruments, the saxophone, the hang drum, and a mix of hypnotic ambient and melodic groove-based music. So yeah, as you probably understand by all the different things that they used in their music, in this ambient jazz electronic soup, there's a lot of things going on in this album, and that is what made it really interesting to listen to. It is not a banger album. You won't find like a bass line or a type of melody that is instantly hitting you like on a Radiohead album that is sort of similar, but it's still incredibly satisfying to just sit down, close your eyes, and dream yourself away to this album, because it's really taking you to other places in your mind. Now, a little side note at the end of this video, according to an article from a website called Culture Vultures, the ambient jazz community or culture in the UK is really starting to grow a lot nowadays. And Portico Quartet is one of those bands that have really inspired a lot of other artists to go on to create this type of mixture of ambient and jazz type of music. So it can be really fun to see where this leads. Maybe there are some amazing other albums out there to be discovered in this ambient jazz genre. For now, you might want to check out Art in the Age of Automation by Portico Quartet. It's an amazing album. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like to share, explore, and learn more about rock music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest you click the red subscribe button below. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon beside the subscribe button, because in that way, you'll always get notified when I upload new videos to this beautiful place right here. Thank you for watching again, guys. Hope to see you later. Bye.